All these peace talks never convince me anymore. Them as I kill can I still we can see. Yeah. And many people still cause distractions on the roads. Tell me who's supposed to stop them. Tell me who's supposed to stop them. Let it salam, kami salam, salam kami. Let it huri, kami salam, salam bedi mite salam, kami salam. Ulusena de mashaki jibu salam, kami salam.
تفكري كلام قروش كتير بجيب ولا تخافوا من رامي ما تفكري قالت كان بدافع كيف register and use more everywhere you go use more shala fisu use more steady resitaki be more rasulu gurush be more lorita del see ma tafekiri use more Lona sta scondere in gurush ma tafekiri use more if you want to pay for goods and services or you have someone feel must the job ma tafekiri use more ma tafekiri just use more
MTN Momo is easy for you
ma tafekiri
easy life in Momo easy Momo is easy for you
ma tafekiri
a good news to you MTN Momo got a good one for you now you can send money to Uganda or Kenya. You can receive money.
And indeed, you can receive money via Momo. A very good morning to all the listeners of 98.6 I Radio. أنا تكون في جنوب السودان الصباحية جميلة عليكم كلكم. برحب بكم لبرنامج الساوند تراك. أبي جلدكم من يوم الاثنين لحد يوم الجمعة من الساعة 9 لحد الساعة 1. اللي هو دائما إحنا عارفين إنه في أول ساعة بنجيب لكم برنامج برعاية بتاع MTN. اللي نجي ونسوا كتير عن MTN لكن دائما بيكون حلو كان حاجات بيجي جافة من كاسمة السيادة مسا. So كل يوم اثنين وجمعة بنكون ضيوف من MTN لكن الليلة they came with a nice by the way whether they have blessed and graced our station with a concept of that they're going to be talking about 16 days of activism. So with any waste of time, let's just welcome our guests in the studio. Very good morning. You guys can come close a little bit. Yes, a very good morning to all of you, and we can just start with the basics. You introduce yourself and then we can carry on forward from that.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Rich Kwal. I work with MTN as a specialist for sustainability and social impact.
Okay, you're welcome to iRadio. And
good morning, I'm called
just
Jocelyn
yes.
Good morning, I'm called Jocelyn Itorong, a senior gender advisor with UN Women.
Okay, you're welcome.
Good morning, my name is Sajak Pereg and I am with MTN as External Communications and PR Manager.
Okay, you guys are highly welcome. And as we are commemorating the 16 days of activism, of course, MTN can never miss this one as well. And this is going to be unique because you as MTN has partnered with UN Women. And first, I would love to ask Arich, like MTN is a business organization, as we all know, but today it's also taking its social role. It's not of today alone, but MTN been doing a lot. But in regard to 16 days of activism, of course, like there have been campaigns and of course a lot of giving back to the community. So why do you think, or why should the companies be involved in fighting gender-based violence and instead of leaving it to the NGO and government as well?
All right, thank you so much. We believe that the fight against gender-based violence is not necessarily for only government and NGOs.
Yes.
This is a collective effort that everyone should take on and address it in their own capacity. MTN South Sudan and MTN Group at large is doing their absolute best to also echo the voices of the many in our own platforms, because gender-based violence is not necessarily only the physical. There is the
emotion,
online harassment, there is the emotional one, and when it comes to online, this is where the companies that telecom companies come in, so that they can see how they can address these issues that are done online. So this is where MTN come in to echo the voices online, and also to help to carry this information forward. We do not only look at that, we also do this, we campaign in our day-to-day activities. Like we push towards inclusion when even it comes to recruitment, when it comes to other things that MTN does as a company. So it's a call to everyone, government, NGOs, private sector, so that we come together to address this elephant in the room.
Okay, and I think that could reflect on why MTN sent these beautiful ladies to us today. Yeah? Getting back to you, Jocelyn, I feel like with the 16 days of activism in South Sudan is not only a campaign, and I feel it's a serious issue that it requires an action call. And when it comes to the UN Women, like, why is it so serious to call for change in our society that treats women and girls in a way that is not okay?
Oh, thank you for that question. I thought maybe it would give a brief introduction of what 16 days is all about. So the 16 days of activism is it's observed annually from 25th of November to 10th of December. It is a global campaign mobilizing civil societies, government, different stakeholders to end violence against women and girls. For this year, the global theme is Unite to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls, and actually we also have the national theme, which is Protect Women and Girls on digital abuse and exploitation. For UN Women, briefly, I would like to talk about also how do we address GBV. Gender-based violence is something that is really, really a concern in the society, and from the UN, point of view, we have three different ways of addressing GBV. One, we have prevention. Two, we have response, and the third one, we have advocacy. In terms of prevention, we usually have education, we have awareness, we work with our male counterparts on how to advocate for against gender-based violence. When it comes to response, UN Women usually work have a mechanism where we look at policy making, ensuring that in the country we have policies that are gender sensitive. And you might be aware that UN Women has been part and parcel of two major bills in South Sudan, the anti-GBV bill, that UN Women was also part of it with other stakeholders, as well as right now we are part of the steering committee of the family law bill. So these are two major bills that are really advocating for women's rights as well as trying to fight gender-based violence. So 16 days of activism is not just a campaign. It is something that we are very intentional about it. This is the reality on the ground, is that women and girls in South Sudan face violence in a day-to-day life, in schools, on online platforms, in offices, everywhere. And this could be rooted to our cultural norms as well. So it shouldn't be only that after the 16 days of activism we forget about it. We need to continue calling for change in the society. We need to continue advocating. We need to continue fighting. We need to continue raising awareness on these issues. So it's not only a campaign, but it is an action that UN Women is taking to make sure that women and girls are very safe.
Definitely true. And of course, when it comes to MTN, of course, what are the specific motivation on why MTN have to partner with women, UN women for this campaign? Because it could be meaning a lot. Because as the theme stated, it's relatable to digital, and I bet with MTN, it's also we do have the different packages for internet, and people are now using a lot of internet nowadays. Even that could tell that MTN have reached 4 million, and I feel like maybe half of the people on MTN are using internet. So why do you guys think it's a call for you to partner with the UN women this time?
Okay. Thank you. I would like to say, like my colleague mentioned earlier, MTN believes in everyone to be connected to a modern technology or a digital inclusion. With that also comes protecting our users and our customers, making sure that we also promote and protect the population, especially when it comes to girls facing GBV. MTN would like to advocate for the girls and also to protect the girls of South Sudan. I think this partnership with UN Women actually means a lot in terms of the 16 days of activism. This shows also MTN's vision and our beliefs and just our norms and how we operate, not just as marketing and sales, but also to give back to the community by protecting them and just sending our message of support.
Okay,
thank you.
When it comes to UN Women and as reflecting to South Sudan, despite that we can say not the root cause of GBV, it might be going to our society, our culture. Do you think one day, one time we will get over all of this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we are hoping that one day we'll be able to end gender-based violence in South Sudan. You mentioned one of the root causes is our culture, the norms that we have in South Sudan, and we have to know that culture is not static. It is. It keeps on changing. It's a gradual process. It takes long, and sometimes it will take generations. So when we're fighting GBV, we just have to be very hopeful that at the end, we'll be able to kick it out of South Sudan. However, it's really going to be very tough because we still have communities really stuck on their the cultural norms. We have innuendos where the Marasaki. We have a lot of issues with regards to different types of GBV that we have in South Sudan. We have, of course, the physical ones. We can talk about beating a woman, which has become our norm. And it's not only for the men, because sometimes even women mentally they believe that if your man doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk about.
This type of notions that we have, we really need to continue doing awareness. We really need to talk to that it's not right for a woman to be beaten. You don't have to show her love by beating her. So yes, I believe if we continue with this fight in the long run, maybe not now, but in the future generation, we'll be able to end it, or if not, at least minimize it to a certain level, because right now in South Sudan the rate of GBV is really, really high. And most of the time we only look at the physical aspect of it, but we have different types of GBV. We have mental, social, being discriminated against, and this year we have also online digital violence that most of the time we overlook it. We think because it's online the victim is not not affected, but of course we also have the mental health aspect of it also being sidelined in the community. Of recent we saw a lot of videos going on online of young women being raped and everything posted
the sex
outside.
tapes.
The sex tape, and that's something that's really, really serious, because these are young girls that have already their nudes have been shared out there, so you can imagine what they're going through, especially in our society whereby victims and all that, so
It's just so crazy because why in South Sudan, I still take it back to the statistic of 2023. South Sudan was ranked #1 user in Africa of using Facebook. Why? Because thanks to MTN, there's the free mode, right? That's why we have topped the list on that numbering. But it's still going back. Don't you guys think it's because like sometimes we need to be setting awareness on how social media are needing to be like bistamlu social media kef, because finas katir ma baraf istimal bita social media, and I think that could also relate to why there's a lot of people commenting anyhow, posting anyhow, threatening anyhow, this and that. So I don't know, Arich, what do you think about it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Much as everyone has the freedom of speech, which most of us are misusing, I would say.
Yes.
I think it's still our mandate as a community and MTN as well to maybe create awareness. We are actually trying to. There are a number of things we are actually doing when it comes to internet misuse. Like of recent, we have a campaign from MTN Group. We call it "Help Children Be Children." So this is for violence against children. The content that is not supposed to be seen by children. We have a portal where it can be reported from. So we're trying to do a number of things as a company to see that internet is not as misused as they are doing right now. Much as we might not be in position to silence everyone, because everybody obviously have their phones, they can get their data and they go online and say whatever they want to say. So, but I think with the bill that I saw recent,
it was passed on Monday. But it will take an effect after 40 days. It will take an effect after 40 days from the president signing it.
Should at least
There'll be a
reduce.
bit of change.
Yes, so just pray so.
Sharing such content is so sensitive.
But at the same time, sometimes I feel like even some people will misuse the law.
I know.
You know, like how we can always twist something that was given to us, because like we'll feel happy, like, hey, now no one is going to be bullying me online. Nobody's going to be sharing my nudes anyhow, and even sharing password. Zoltan Jafata telephone taki, you can take them to law, by the way. Like the bill is over 42 pages, but it's really crazy, and I pray to God that it cannot be misused in a wrong way.
Can I add something?
Yes,
I think,
sure.
yes, I look at it from two different angles. Yes, we do need to have laws, and those laws need to be implemented.
Yes.
But I also think, like, as a society, we also, as a community, as a family, we also have a responsibility on how we raise our children, how, like, you know, how do they use their gadgets? You know, it needs to start when they're young. How do we talk to our teenagers? How do we monitor how they access information online? What are they doing? Are they being bullied? Are they the ones bullying people? So as much as we throw it down, it's very important to have laws. But also, you know, sometimes it becomes very difficult also to track down some online abusers. You know, in South Sudan, we are not so much advanced when it comes to forensic, like tracking down people online. So we as a society, we need to continue this, talking about it to our youngings.
Okay. Getting to you as well, like some people always would think when they mention corporate people or corporate companies, they'll say, we have done this, we have done this. But when it comes to MTN, like what do you think, or is it okay, how can MTN ensure that whatever cause of gender violence is being made as an impact, not just branding of partnering with you and women today, and it's the end of it?
That's a great question. Thank you. MTN, yes, it does kind of comes off as just more brand and marketing. But if I can add, MTN is doing a lot of community initiatives and a lot of impactful projects. So with such campaigns like the 16 Days of Activism, MTN takes this role very seriously, and even the activities that we have going on in this over the 16 days is quite in partnership with UN Women. It's something that is to impact the youth and also to give them, you know, the platform to also engage with us, and we engage with them, and maybe we hear their voices, they hear what we have to say. So it's a platform where as a collective we come together and share messaging and share, you know, like through social media, MTN is putting out messages messaging on how to protect girls on social media. The campaign, even the bulk messages that keeps going out every day is just a reminder. Hey, this is going on for a couple of days, and even beyond the 16 days, this is something that we should do throughout. As Justin mentioned earlier, this is everyone's responsibility to make sure that the girls are protected in our society.
Okay, Jocelyn, before we got on air, we were talking about some nice event that's going to be happening soon, that UN Women and MTN are going to be working on it together. What could that be?
Right. Thank you for that question. That's the most exciting one. So UN Women, MTN, and the South Sudan Football Federation will be having a football match on the 4th of December from 2 to 4:30. Why a football match? You know,
where is
that's
it going
the
to be?
question. At the National Stadium.
Okay.
At the National Stadium. As I said, why we decided to choose football. Football unites communities across gender, the background, age, and like everyone loves to watch football. And in South Sudan, for the last few years, there's a growing interest in football. So whenever there's a football match, oh my God, the stadium is packed. Kajusin, Yal Sukerin, everyone, even our politicians, you know, and all that musician, everyone
even they
wants to
pledge
go
money.
Exactly, and
everyone together.
exactly, people even bet. And if you go around like the corners in Juba, there's always a betting shop where people are betting, you know. So it's something that of an interest to the whole, like a majority, a big portion of the population. And the best way to pass messages, like have what you call raise awareness. I mean, we want to have a wider audience, so that's why we decided to partner with MTN and the Football Federation and have this game on the 4th. Who are going to play? We are having the national female team playing against the under 17 male team. You know, a lot of people are asking why are the ladies playing with the men. We feel that it's really important to engage men and boys in this struggle, in this fight against gender-based violence. Is very important. Often we find that we come up with programs that are only for women, and then we sideline our counterparts. But it's very important to engage men. As much as we look at that, most of the time they are the perpetrators, but there are also some instances that they're also victims. And it would be very good to use them as well to advocate for women and girls, for their sisters, for their uncles, for their aunties and all that. So that's why we decided to engage the male team as well. So it will be very exciting. We'll have entertainment, we'll have the games, and of course during the games the main important thing is the messages. What are we sending out there? We're talking about digital violence, so the commentator during the game will be having so many key messages, as well as the team. We don't just want them to play, but we also want to have a two maybe 1 hour session with them, safeguarding, talk to them about digital violence, how can they fight it, and all that. And then at the beginning of the game they also have to come, and every player has their key message. And we came with something very exciting. Like if you're a defender, you come with a message saying I'm defending women, you know. And then if you're a striker, I'm striking towards this. If I'm a midfielder, you know, and all that. So make it exciting and make it very simple, so that people will be able to grasp the key messages. So
interesting.
You're welcome, and I hope the media houses will be able to capture it and amplify it.
MTN Mazumana.
Okay, now you'll be invited. You have your card. Officially invited.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. And as we are still continuing with the conversation, this is the MTN sponsored hour. If in case you have just joined us right now, a very good morning to you. We're going to go for a musical short, not musical but commercial short break. Afterwards, in case if you have any question in regard to what we have talked about, or you love to inquire about something, definitely our line will officially be be open at the dial of 0922-986-986. الو 0 9 22 نمشي لفاصل إعلان صغير بس بعد كده أنا برجع لكم طوالي.
MTN Huggy is specially made for you. MTN Huggy is tailored to your needs, your style, and your way of life. You can browse the internet and also make calls at the best rates here. Call all networks at the most affordable rates.
MTN Huggy, value for money. Call your people, friends and family. Browse more, talk more, stay in touch. With MTN Huggy, it won't cost too much.
This dial star 100*0# now.
أدي جنب بتاعك أحسن بداية من يوم بتاعه الأول مع ماميلاك. لبن بتاع عيال رقم 1 في جنوب السودان. لبن بتاع ماميلاك لعيال من عمر يوم 1 ل6 شهور ومن 6 شهور ل12 شهر. مليان مواد غذائية اللي بيحتاج له جنب بتاعك الصغير عشان يقوي جهاز بتاع مناعة بتاعه وضام بتاعه وأسنان كويس وعقل نشيط. عملوه بفخر في أوروبا. ماميلاك بيدي جنب بتاعك تغذية عالي الجودة بقروش مناسب لأي أسرة. انت بتلقاه في أي دكان أو صيدلية القريب منك. ماميلاك معاك من الولادة.
Attention! Cholera is a dangerous diarrhea disease caused by bacteria. It causes sudden and continuous passing of excessive amounts of white rice-like watery stool and vomiting, leading to extreme general body weakness. Cholera affects both children and adults and kills within 3 or 4 hours if a person is not treated quickly. But you can prevent cholera and protect yourself and your family when you sieve and boil your drinking water or use chlorine tablets to make it safe. You properly dispose of feces in a latrine or dig a hole and bury your feces. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and clean water after using the toilet and or touching surfaces. Wash your hands after cleaning your child's bottom. Clean all your dishes, cups and plates with clean water and soap. Wash the fruits and vegetables thoroughly before eating. Wash your hands before eating food. Cover your food and water pots with clean clothes. Take a person suffering from cholera to the nearest health facility for treatment as soon as possible. If you or anyone experience these signs and symptoms, report immediately to your nearest health facility or call the Ministry of Health toll-free number 6666. Cholera kills. Act now. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from WHO, UNICEF and partners.
I really need to go to the salon today, but the money I have, it's heavy. And it's not even enough.
Mata Fekiri, use Momo.
Mata Fekiri kalam gurush katir vijay. ولا تخافوا من رامي ما تفكري قالت كان بدافكي. Register and use Momo. Everywhere you go, use Momo.
Just dial star 200#.
And we come back from that a very good commercial break. We are here 15 minutes at the top of the hour, and we are accompanied by MTN, and not to forget a representative from UN Women, and they're talking about the 16 days of activism. It's a partnership between the two, and they're here to talk to you more and more about the event that they're going to be carrying and why this very partnership between them is very important to advocate, and as well to talk to the people outside there. Why is it important to stop violence against girls and women, with the theme of this year that is ending digital violence against girls and women. When it comes to MTN, of course, in what ways can access to mobile technology and information empower women and reduce their vulnerability to abuse? I feel like also a shade needed to be done into that part. Yes, yeah, it's okay. You can talk.
Yes. I would say as for MTN, We have a vision, and in that vision is to have everybody included into having a modern connected life.
Yes.
But while being connected, is it safe for the girls and women out there?
Yeah.
Are they being protected? Because we do serve the community as well, as much as we are just a brand.
Yeah.
MTN calls for has action. There's a theme, a global theme for all the MTNers.
Yes.
It's called Control, Alt and Heal, and this is to call on everyone to take action on control, alternate, and also healing process of this 16 days of activism and of gender-based violence. So in terms of control, it asks everyone to take control of online actions and digital assumption, and also to alternate, meaning you choose alternatives to harmful online norms and behaviors.
Yes.
Instead of going to post something sensitive of a young girl or woman, just think and change your behavior, and as well as healing. So there should be channels to help ladies and women report such violence, and a safety space for them, having a safety net where they can go and also consult and reach out to people so they can be helped in the communities. So that's to heal, so to help the online environment and environment where women and girls depend on. And that's MTN's message under the theme, and also talks about digital safety is everyone's responsibility. Silence is not an option. Together we can build safer digital spaces for all women and girls in South Sudan.
I think this is very clear for MTN users. So let's just be mindful about that one. And as well, when it comes to you, Jocelyn, I feel like some people still see violence as a family issue. Like it's very dangerous, that could affect the whole community or even the whole nation, because like can better be spread lenas than in Kulu. So like why do you think, or why is it dangerous to treat gender-based violence as a private matter instead of human right issue? Because they don't talk because they feel like it will scratch the ego or the gender itself. And even when it comes to ladies, for instance, we have mentioned about Dre Bikengal Suma, it will better tala kef lenas fisika new surataki, you are naked in the picture. Like it's just a lot of things, and I feel like it's a dangerous thing to be it being treated as a family issue other than a community dangerous, affecting everyone as well.
Correct. So we've had so many cases of gender-based violence being treated as a family issue instead of it being as a human rights issue.
Yes.
One of the dangers of doing that is if we treat a GBV as a family issue, then it means that the first thing is we don't report it. Right, because we don't look at it as a criminal act, so we don't report it, and that is one of the reasons why there are a lot of cases that are not reported, because we feel as if we can solve it at home, and and all that. Secondly, when we treat it as a family issue, then it could cause more harm, because since it's not reported, you'll find that most of the time you'll be going on through this. It's persistent. It keeps on going on and on, because there are no consequences to these issues in the family. If you look at the gender-based violence, some of the forms of gender-based violence that are prevalent in South Sudan, one is forced and early child marriages that are happening, and most of the time, a few cases come on social media, but there are a lot that are happening in our villages, back at home, even in Juba here, and because it's a family issue, we need to get dowry, a bride price and all that. We need to make sure that this girl is married for us to get the bride price. So it becomes a major issue. The other thing that some of the forms of gender-based violence that we have is sexual violence. And when we talk about sexual violence, we look at rape and some maybe sexual abuse and all that. It's something that is really, really like an issue that is happening in South Sudan right now. It's prevalent. A few cases have come up, but there are others that are also not reported, because of course we still solve these things at a family level. Yet it is a human right issue that actually should be, it's a crime. That is something that the perpetrators should be tried and face the consequences. So, and the other types also that we still as South Sudanese women are facing, women and girls in South Sudan, is conflict related violence in South Sudan. This is a violence that happened during an armed conflict. So you find that most of the time that, like, we are having maybe like a fight in a village, and most of the time that you'll find that armed forces will use rape as a weapon. You know, a lot of women will be abducted, will be raped and all that, and most of the time, because we have very weak systems put in place, we are not able to make sure that the perpetrators are tried and also the victims get justice. So we shouldn't treat gender-based violence as a family issue. Of course, another example is intimate partner violence that we have, even between marriages. In the marriage, I mean, at night you're beaten up and all that. Neighbors even sometimes don't come and stop it. They're like, maradegil adab zatu kulyom shunu, you know, she deserves to be beaten, or because we are used to being beaten, we look at it as if it is okay, it is normal. They haja normal, and makalas dugita, tomorrow you nurse your wounds and all that. So I think the message should be out there that gender-based violence is a crime, and we need to send out these messages, and we need to raise awareness and advocate so that victims will feel comfortable, or they'll feel confident that if they report these cases, then they are going to get justice. But if you look at how the justice system sometimes in South Sudan works, you'll find that victims are not treated well when they report such cases. It starts from the investigator, or at the police stations, or whoever, or at the court and all that. So we need to ensure that the system put in place really makes women very, very comfortable for them to be able to report these cases and not resort to just keeping quiet and all that. So thank you.
I just feel like sometimes when conversations are becoming good, the time really flies so fast.
I know, right? We can talk about women and girls the whole day, the whole year. We have a lot of issues, and
but I feel like with MTN, bring those people back for me, please, because this conversation is going nice. But as the time really flies, I would love to start with you, Jocelyn. What will be the message of hope or encouragement you love to give to women and girls who are suffering in silence right now, and maybe they don't have voice to talk, or even to share, even with a friend, or even with a sister or mother?
Today, I think my message for women and girls who are suffering in silence is they are not alone.
Yes.
We are out here advocating for them, and it is okay to come out and report. It's okay to come out and talk about our issues. Most of the time, it's very important for me, the theme this year, digital tech facilitated violence, because sometimes when women come out and narrate their stories, often they get a backlash on social media. You'll find that they'll be victimized. People will be able to throw a lot of insults to them, and making them feel as if they deserved to be beaten, they deserve to be raped, they deserve to be molested. So my message for them is, there is hope. We are out here, we are ready to listen to them, and we are able to also link them to the right services. In South Sudan here, we have services that are there for victims of GBV. We'll be able to link them to the right stakeholders for mental health, for medical checkups, for all that they need for them to feel comfortable and to feel okay. So we are here, we are listening, and we'll help you.
All right. I reach to you, and as well you can also add on what she's going to be mentioning as well when it comes to MTN. After the 16 days of activism, of course, it ends. What long commitment is MTN making toward women's safety and empowerment as well?
All right. Thank you so much for this question. I think the bottom line is that much as gender-based violence is a social issue, I think, is so much also economical issue, right? So when you look at the percentage of educated women that are experiencing gender-based violence compared to the unlearned women, you would see that difference, right?
Yes.
So if we are to actually start the process or start the campaign of kicking out this vice out of South Sudan, we have to start treating our children equally.
Yes.
Because in most cases, people tend to send their sons to schools. The ladies, you are always an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
And from what the statistics I saw during the graduation of Juba University, someone posted about a group of people that graduated around 300 something. I think it's from a school or something.
Yes.
Only 35 of those were ladies. So you can see the difference. Not even 100, right? So you can see that it starts even from opportunities.
Yes.
So as MTN, what we are doing is making sure that the opportunities are equal for everyone. Right now we have an MOU with the 3 public universities.
Okay.
It's for early talent development.
Okay.
And we focus on the ladies and people with disabilities, because these are people who are really vulnerable in our society. So this is where we can start, right? Making sure that there are equal opportunities for everyone. It should not be just only about the digital, but the physical one, the emotional one, the economical one, the opportunities. What can we do as a community, as a company, as a private sector, as government, to make sure that opportunities are for everyone, so that when you are economically empowered, you'll know your rights and you'll know what exactly you need. And also to help bring up children that will not be in position to bully others online.
Okay, in 30 seconds, what could you be adding on what she mentioned?
I would just like to add, this is a call of action, is just to respect, let's respect ourselves, let's advocate for equality, let's make sure that any technology facilitated abuse is reduced or terminated, and while you stay connected, while you're using your bundles, please do it safely and do it wisely.
Thank you so much, MTN, for coming by and bringing for us that is Jocelyn from UN Women, and I hope with the left days we're going to have a lot of conversation of such, so that we can make a lot of awareness to the people outside there, because we really need a lot of work to be done. So it's a collective work, me and you and them outside there, and I think we are going to be having a safer environment for our girls and women in South Sudan in regard to gender-based violence. From me to you, a very good morning to you. 1 hour down, 3 more to go. That had been the M10 sponsor hour. Up next, the news headlines coming shortly.